Hey, hi, how you doing? It's been a while. We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. I just recently picked up a Sony A7R IV, whoa guys, and we're gonna learn how to take some pictures with it. Now, let me just get started and say it's been 12 years since I've had a proper camera, and so this is gonna be a little bit of a refresher for myself and kind of getting used to the way new digital cameras work. So I have no idea what I'm doing. You could say I don't know shit about fuck, but I'm gonna try real hard, and let's be honest, that's half the game. Tonight, we're gonna use my M4. Let's see if we can get some bangers. All right, let's get started here. Today we're gonna be using the Sony A7R IV, and I'm also gonna be using the 24-70 2.8 G Master lens here. It's pretty good all-around lens. It's probably not the best for what we're going to be doing tonight, but that is okay, because tonight we're just really kind of trying to learn the camera and some techniques here. Wow, we got some wild stuff going on over there. Anyway, this is our first location, and it's one that I took some camera photo or some iPhone photos on, and it actually looked pretty good. The M4 is pretty clean right now, and with a circular polarizer I should be able to get some better photos. Now I've got the ISO set to 800. We're gonna just kind of take some test shots. I want to see kind of just how grainy is it gonna be as it is right now, because I came down here and I took some photos of just random stuff at night. Definitely had the ISO too high, and let's try to avoid that tonight. So, let's see if we can get some bangers. Let's go. All right. Now, what I'm worried about is that shutter speed is going to be a little bit too slow for these photos. I'm going to kind of underexpose this one a little bit on purpose, because I feel like let's get low. All right, take a couple landscape versions of the same shot. All right, come on now. Get you guys a better angle here. I swear, it's always some dude in a Challenger. Now let's now I have it on manual focus point. There's that. It's kind of a thing down here. All right, let's just take a look here, see what we got. What's the grain like? A little more grainy than I would like, but let's just adjust that. Let's give it a shot. Okay, we're gonna jump the ISO down to 500 and see what we get here now. I may not be able to do these handheld for too long. The M4 is a sick car. I love this thing, and I always have a hard time kind of doing it justice in terms of photos, and I think a lot of that has to do with technique, and that's why we're out here tonight. Let's see if we can get better at what we're doing. That's the whole goal, right? If you're not progressing, then what's the point? Let's move around here. Probably leave this location here in a minute, and we may end up having to use a tripod for some shots later on here. Let's see, let's get that shutter speed dialed in here. A little closer than I'd want. Please be in focus. All right, so I think that's pretty much it for this spot. Let's go find an alleyway. All right, so part of the reason I came down to downtown Albuquerque is that there's just a lot of cool areas that have a lot of character that can add to the overall composition, and to kind of really highlight what I think are some cool features on the car. I like the way that the light plays down here, and I'm gonna try to find some cool spots. And also I like the idea of having the M4 in an area that looks a little bit urban. And Albuquerque's not a huge town, but this is probably one of the better ways to do this, is to come down here. Now, here's what I'm noticing immediately right off the bat. My shutter speed is going to be way too slow for me to do this handheld. So let's just run to the back of the car, grab my tripod, and we'll give this a go. All right. Let's give it a try. All right, I really want to shoot this in a portrait style because, you know, for the gram, and because it kind of helps capture the overall essence of what we got going on here. So let's see here. I'm going to want to underexpose it a little bit, just enough, and let's see if we can get something good. And let's take a look at those just to kind of get an idea. All right, not too grainy at all, but I mean, since we're on a tripod, let's go ahead and drop that ISO back down. Let's see if we can get down to, well, 100. And then let's just turn that shutter speed down a little bit here until we get what we're looking for. All right. Do these 4-second exposures. Come on, bro. All right, let's take a look and see kind of the quality on those photos. What do we got here? Oh man, those are clean. Oh yeah, look at all the detail in that. Perfect. All right, so I'm liking that. I'm gonna take a bunch of different photos from a bunch of different angles here, and let's see what we can get. Go a little bit further back. Let's see what we get back here. Kind of. All right. Actually, since we got a little bit more light added the further back we stand, I'm going to kind of underexpose it by about 1 stop or so and give it a rip. Yeah, there's some added light from a car behind me, so let that one pass for a second here. And let's see what we can muster out of here. So we got a lot of orange light, like the lighting here is super warm. I'm gonna pull the car up a little bit further in a second where I know that the light is a little bit cooler. Because if we look behind me, we'll notice that the color temperature on those lights is a little bit different. So I'm gonna keep moving this car down the alley until we find a pretty good spot here. All right. So like I was saying, there's just a lot of character, a lot of street art here in downtown Albuquerque. It's a pretty cool area. I mean, sometimes Albuquerque gets a bad rap. I've lived here for, well, the majority of my life, and I gotta say that some of it is unfounded, some of it is definitely rightly founded. But overall, hey, I've had a happy, great, fortunate life out here, so I'm not gonna complain. Let's take this one as is. Shit. And then we will unlock it again. And then let's take one that's definitely underexposed. And let's... Perfect. All right, I think that's about good for now. Let's move out of the spot, move forward a little bit, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. All right, so here we are in a new location. I didn't really like the spot that we were in further down the alley, and I kind of found this little spot here. I like it. I like all the colors. I like all the art in the background. It's a cool urban setting for the car, and so let's see if I can get something cool out of it. I'm gonna start down low, and let's kind of get this thing dialed in a little bit here. Key trick. Ooh, that might be actually pretty legit. Hope you all can see pretty good right here. I mean, it ain't perfect, but hey, we're out here doing it, fam. What does that look like? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We've nailed a couple of those. Let's underexpose the hell out of this. Let's change the focus point. Wind, oh shit. All right, change our angle. Let's try this. Shit. All right, so I'm gonna bump up the aperture a bit, and I want to get a photo with a little bit more detail in it, and that is going to be the purpose of this. We're going to go for a little bit longer exposure at, let's see here, Let's go 20 seconds. Jesus, the detail of this lens is incredible. I can't wait to go look at this in Lightroom. All right, let's do one more spot and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, new spot, might be the last spot, we'll see here. Just kind of just on the side of the street. See if we can get some good stuff. I mean, again, downtown Albuquerque is just a really picturesque area. There's a lot of cool stuff that can add to a really like dynamic composition around here. If you know how to get the most out of it, which I am not even going to begin to claim to be able to do. So we got the car here on the road and let's take some photos. Sorry, there's a bunch more wind right now, so if you can't hear me, well, shit. Sorry, but let's get some shots. Let's get some proper fucking bangers right now is what I want. So let's ooh. All right, I'm liking this. Let's see if we can kind of, ooh, I like the colors there on the side. And we got a car coming up. All right. And let's actually raise this puppy up just a little bit so I can articulate the head a little bit more. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Really, bro? Really? Right there? There's a person who's pulling up like literally directly behind the car. All right, cool. At least the lights are off now. All right, let's get that. Way overexposed. See, but we got all this wind. I don't want the trees in the background to be super fuzzy, and at 1 second I know that they're gonna be. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna bump the ISO for just a second here. Damn, a lot windier than expected. Holy shit. Speed this up. Let's see if we can get a shutter speed a little bit quicker without getting too much noise in the photo. It's kind of my main concern. 1/15 is pretty slow still for something like windy leaves. But that's also way underexposed. Trying to get something usable with an 800 ISO. Just give it a shot there. Let those process for a second. Wow. She was she was not pleased to see me. Whatever. You know, the thing is if you're gonna go do something like this, you gotta just be okay with the fact that people are gonna fucking look at you. Like, you're gonna get looked at. People are gonna be like, what's that guy doing over there? What's he doing? That guy's got a camera. I've never seen one of those before. It's just kind of comes with the territory. So it is what it is. I'm gonna just kind of embrace it right now. I'm also gonna take a little bit further photo, so, you know, get one of those Storygram shots. Hell yeah, brother. All right. So like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing, right? I'm kind of just experimenting at the moment because I haven't done this for like 12 years or so. But, you know, during this pandemic, here's what I can tell you. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of people's lives have been turned upside down. A lot of lives have been lost, right? And you haven't really been able to have as much social interaction as maybe what you're used to. But what you can do is kind of lean into that gravitational pull you've had towards things that you've wanted to do or have had an affinity for, right? Like, I've always liked taking photos, I've always liked making videos, and for me it's kind of a time to just double down on it, enjoy it while I can. So that's kind of just what I'm doing. Decent. It's decent. It's decent for sure. All right, let's get a couple more angles and then we'll wrap this one up. All right, let's try to get a good one here. Okay. Way underexposed. I'm gonna have to hurry. We got people coming. I don't really like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it one heckin' bit, actually. Actually, this might be a decent shot right here. Not really the angle I was going for initially, but I'm not sure. All right, well, I think that wraps it up for tonight. I'm gonna take this back, kind of throw them into Lightroom. Let's see what we get. And kind of just learn along the way. All right, folks, that's gonna wrap it up for the video today. As you can tell, I'm really new to this again, and I'm just trying to get my bearings with all of these cool camera controls and really kind of dial in what kind of composition that I want to make, and also, you know, what is going to be my style. And so the reason I'm making this video, very much inspired by North Borders, is because he's somebody that's got it down, right? He is fucking dope, okay? His shots are badass, and I'm nowhere near there, but if I could just start to scratch the surface of that kind of talent and skill, then I'd be super pumped. So like, comment, let me know what you think of my videos. Let me know, give me some tips, or just tell me that my photography is trash. Either way, have a good one. I'll see you on the next one.